All right, while pursuing his studies in Canada, this Jamaican native decided, oh my gosh, what's going on here? Decided to reconnect with his roots and to add a dash of Jamaica to a dish that is actually of European origin, pot pies. And joining us this morning is founder of Paimon, Gregory Henry. Hey, Gregory, how are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm awesome. Thank you so much for speaking with us. Boy, it would
Excellent.
have to take a Jamaican to go put yourself in the middle of people things. So let's start. Let's start from the beginning. Um, what made you decide? Okay, I have to Jamaicanize this pot pie. What was the turning point for you?
Honestly, it was the flavors, or should I say, the lack of flavors that really needed addressing. And so I figured that putting some of the Jamaican vibe to it, the jerk, the seasoning, the flavor, that would really, bring it to the next level. It was something that I was really doing personally, just for myself at home, if I was being honest. But then it turned into a business venture. So, that's just the way life goes sometimes.
Take a Jamaican to put jerk in a pie. I'm
Yeah, for
telling
sure.
you. So this was a personal thing. How did the word get out? Family,
Uh,
friends, because it's such a thriving business now. How did word get out?
so honestly, it really just kind of started from a couple close friends and family. So I handed out the pies to a couple friends and family, and then the next thing I know, my phone is ringing with friends of friends and friends of family being like, "Oh, I'm so and so's cousin, or I'm so and so's auntie, or something. I heard you're making these jerk chicken pot pies. Can I get some?" And then that's when I really had to look at it and be like, "I have something here. So let me get to work."
All right, so you're a self-taught chef, though. This wasn't
Yeah.
something that,
So
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I learned a lot of cooking through YouTube. Honestly, just connecting with my mom over the phone as well. She's a big part of the inspiration for me too, because I missed her cooking a lot. So lots of burnt recipes and lots of failures trying to replicate that. But here we are today. Persistence and continuous learning, and we're here.
All right, so you have such a variety.
Yeah.
How do you come up with the different types? Like one day, like this, one day you just get up and say, you know what? Listen, if there wasn't an oxtail pot pie, it wouldn't be Jamaican. So it's yeah. How do you decide what to put in the pies?
Well, here in Toronto, Jamaican culture is actually really mainstream. So they're familiar with a lot of the dishes that we have: oxtail, jerk chicken, rice and peas. You'd be surprised. People from all walks of life know about us and know about our cuisine. Little but with talawa.
Yes.
And so when I started, I was the jerk chicken pot pie. And then I decided afterwards, I'm like, you know what, let me see if I can Jamaicanize other things and what else can I do? And naturally, oxtail came to my mind first. Then
Hmm.
I decided to do that. Vegans wanted some, so then I was like, okay, you know what? Jackfruit is a great substitute, texture-wise for the chicken. So I went into that, and then of course, you have to have some seafood from Jamaica. So I decided to try some jerk shrimp as well. And yeah, we're still working. I recently did a curry goat, and I have plans to do some other pies as well.
But have mercy. The next thing me gonna hear about a ackee and saltfish pot pie.
It's coming. Don't worry.
And it's not easy to make pies though, Gregory. This, because I know you said, yeah, you went on YouTube. Listen, I go on YouTube too. I can't make a pie. So a lot of the cooking, the culinary skills must have also come from somewhere, and I think a lot of that comes from your mom.
Yeah, absolutely. My mom, my grandpa also, he's big time into the cooking. So, I learned a lot from just kind of observing them,
Hmm.
asking questions. Like I said, yeah, you can go on YouTube, but there's a lot of failures that the people don't see behind the scenes that go
Yeah,
on to get to where I am today. So
yeah. So how is it today? I mean, an official business. Do you have
yeah.
customers? Um, I mean, well, I guess we're in the Toronto area. Where are you?
I'm just outside of Toronto in a place called Ajax. And
Oh,
yeah, so my business is kind of really online and delivery based. So I deliver all over, the area. I'm probably about an hour and a half driving range from my
from
house.
everybody. If you're in Ajax,
Yes,
you're hour and a half from everybody.
everybody. Everybody. I deliver to as many people as I can. Try to spread the love.
Yeah. Yeah, that's excellent. So people can, well, Jamaicans who are watching now can shout out to their families in Canada and say, listen, man, go check out the pie, man.
Oh,
Because,
absolutely. Anytime you're missing a taste of home and you want to try it in a different way, I have to recommend some paimon. Obviously I'm a little bit biased, but
yeah. Yeah, it's an interesting thing about food. I was listening to somebody the other day saying food is such a big part of who we are as Jamaican people. And listening to you, it's something that helps you to reconnect to memories of home, of mom, of grandpa, of being Jamaican. And I find that, food is important to us as Jamaican people.
Absolutely. Like, I
Yeah.
mean, our cuisine, just like the rest of our culture, has a massive impact on the rest of the world, especially for such a small place. Like I said, you'd be hard pressed to come around somebody from Toronto or who lives in Toronto, regardless of where they came from previously in the world, that hasn't experienced our culture, specifically when it comes to the cuisine and the flavors that we have to offer. Anytime I tell somebody I'm Jamaican, the first thing they say to me is, oh, rice and peas and jerk chicken, OXTAIL. And I'm like, how do you know about that? So
Because we carry food everywhere we go and they love it.
Oh yeah, we have to.
Yes, this is awesome. This is awesome, Gregory. Thank you so much for keeping Jamaican culture alive through your pies and allowing people to have a taste of Jamaican flavor. So please, guys, go check him out. Tell your relatives and your friends. He's the pie man. And go get some. Gregory, congrats to you, man. Shall I tell the listeners that I asked if you're the pie man that Simple Simon meant going to the fair?
Yeah, that's me.
Yes. Now I have to buy drinks to everybody in the studio. They think it was so corny.
It worked. It was all right. It worked.
All right, Gregory, thank you so much for joining us.
All right. Thank you so much. You guys take care. Enjoy the rest of the day.
That was founder of Pie Man, Gregory Henry.